Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we have a Mazda dealer in the area that is working with the Shabby's Rides YouTube channel, so special shout out to Zach Tuck and his crew at Fred Beans Mazda here in Abington, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this 2025 Mazda CX-5. This is the S Preferred trim with all-wheel drive. We have deep crystal blue mica paint, parchment leather interior on this CX-5. And my question to you is, the CX-5 has been out for a while and they're redesigning it, major redesign for CX-5 for the 26 model year. So do you buy the best-selling Mazda in its current form, or do you go and wait for that 26 redesign? You can let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. The front end of this CX-5 in the deep crystal blue mica paint, long name for a color that is blue, but on the front here we have a full spread of LED lighting. As we come around, we do have some chrome trim in and around the bottom part of the grille with the Mazda badge right in the middle. Functionality in the grille, top and bottom. Now, as we come around to the wheel and tire package on this CX-5, please excuse my shadow, we have a 17-inch silver aluminum alloy wheel. These wheels are wrapped in Yokohama Geolandar all-season tires, 225 on the width, the 65 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. As we move on out, there is the blue paint with the silver, with some chrome trim at the bottom of the windows. As we come in closer, we're going to have color match side view mirror caps, LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handles, left side fuel filler cap, up top color matched roof, shark fin antenna, standard sunroof. And then over the back we have a small roof spoiler coming off the top, the white bird down below on the glass. And then around the back we're going to have the Mazda badge in the middle of the tailgate. We're going to have LED lighting in the back as well, CX-5 all-wheel drive on the left, Sky Active G on the right, and then down further, flat black in and around those chrome dual exhaust finishers. We're under the hood of this 25 CX-5, and we have Mazda's 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 187 horsepower, 186 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 23 in the city, 29 on the highway, 25 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, this trim is 2 up from base, so we have a base price for the 25 CX-5 S Preferred of $31,450. This vehicle has a couple options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,420 from Mazda's Hiroshima, Japan assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $33,040. And for those who are interested, this vehicle does not have an import fee attached, so let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move on in and we're going to go black, soft touch across the top, some graphite trim in and around that chrome door handle, soft touch on the armrest, gloss black in and around the flat black switch gear. Down below we do have a really big door pocket in this. As we move into the footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Seating wise, we're going to have an 8-way power seat with lumbar for the driver, a 6-way power seat for the front passenger, 2 memory seat settings for the driver, parchment leather interior with some parchment cross stitch and black piping. Bolstering feels firm, headrests feel firm. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, but you don't have memory seat settings for the front passenger. On the dash, black soft touch, black stitching, some graphite trim into your heat and air vents. And then down below, we do have large glove box. And then as we come on over, we have Mazda's 10.25-inch infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatible, no built-in nav, so all the maps and nav will come through your phone. Now, this is used or operated by a dial. The dial is here on the center stack. and you can dial through everything you may want to see. Now, if we go to entertainment and then we go to source list, this is what our entertainment options are: FM, AM, Pandora, Bluetooth music, USB music, but we don't have Sirius XM. We go back to home. We then have our communication where we can go ahead and set up our Bluetooth or phone. We can come back down to navigation. Again, that's just going to give you a compass since there's no built-in nav. Then we can go to settings, and from settings, we can get our in-vehicle displays, set up our speakers, safety settings, vehicle settings, connectivity settings. We go in there. Again, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi hotspot, that kind of thing. We can go back out. And then we can go to our system settings. That's where you're going to get your clock, language, right? That sort of thing, miles or kilometers, that kind of thing. And then we can go up to our vehicle. And that's where you're going to be able to adjust your exterior lighting, interior lighting, rain sensing wipers, turn signals, put on your rear seat alert, right? All that stuff in here. And then you have your safety settings and in-vehicle displays where you can display your day-night mode, brightness, and all that good stuff on the top. Ambient display for your clock, restore factory settings, all that jazz in here. So it's a fairly simple system. Now, if we go to reverse, we do have a nice clear backup camera, but we don't have trajectory. Would like to see that. But otherwise, it is fairly clear. And then we're back to the beginning. Now, as we come down further, we have 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards, push button start. Down further, you have dual climate right here with 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Underneath that, down here, we have a 12-volt and a rubberized area to store your phone so things won't slide around. Here is the gear shift with the gator to go through the 6-speed automatic transmission. We have 2 drive modes. We have sport and normal. Down further, you have your electric brake, auto vehicle hold on or off. Here's the dial I was just using to work the infotainment system, and your volume. Down further, we have 2 cup holders. Now I'm doing 2 Mazdas today, so I got to pick the right key. Here we go. Here is the Mazda key fob for this CX-5, and as we turn it over, right on the side, you have lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button. Feels good. Looks nice. And then we do have an armrest in black, semi-soft. Open it up. You have a removable area for storage, and then you have a couple of USB-Cs and a 12-volt and a deeper area underneath for storage. Mazda steering wheel. We have a leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. We have the Mazda button on the horn button. I love the way they do the steering wheel. I think it looks really good. Round bottom wheel. But I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this CX-5. It's a nice, large, open and airy passenger cabin. We have flat black on the switchgear. On the left, you're going to have your telephone voice commands, controls for the digital portion of your dash, volume. On the right side, adaptive cruise control. This is the on and off for the cruise control, by the way. We don't have any paddles. On the left stalk, you have your headlight controls, turn signals, high beams. On the right side, front and rear wiper. Over here on the left, you can pop the tailgate. You can go ahead and put on your multi-terrain select. And then you have your lane keep assist on or off. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have our analog digital combo, right? So you have your analog gauges for your speedometer and tachometer. And then the gauge all the way to the right there is a digital gauge. So the 2 on the left are analog, the 1 on the right is digital. And then you can go through additional information that you may want to have up when you're going down the road. And then if you change your drive mode to sport, it's just going to pop up sport over here on the right dial. And of course, we'll rock and roll in sport today. Overhead console, you got a spot for your shades right there. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains in the center. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. We have the moonroof, manual shade, we can throw that back, and then it's just a one touch, and the glass goes back, wind buffer comes up, and then it's one touch back. And then if you want to go ahead and tilt it, you just push that button up towards the roof. It tilts up, or you can close it and it'll tilt back down. then just bring the shade closed with your hand. Framed rear view mirror with home link and auto dim, and then our sun visor with vanity and a light. Does it slide? No, but you do have an extension. Getting to the back of this CX-5, but first the rear door panel. We have the soft touch with the stitching, soft armrest. We have the chrome door handle, the same consistency of design front to back. I do like that. I have the seat set for my driving position, so let's hop on in. No problem getting in. No need to duck at 5'11", maybe not until you're 6'1". You may have to duck, but once I'm in, plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. Black all the way down with the seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. We have 2 heat and air vents here at the back of the center console. And then the seats, we have the same parchment leather interior, nice and soft. And then we have our armrest. We got a couple of cup holders, place for pens and pencils. This is fairly firm because you can open this up. And look at that, 2 USB-A's for rear seat connectivity and a felt-lined area to lie your phone. So I do like that. But overall, it is very comfortable in the back of CX-5. Getting into the tailgate of this CX-5, well, it's a power lift gate, so you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the dash, or you can come to the back, and right underneath the Mazda badge, there's a button. You hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button. So now, with the rear seats up, 29.1 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of CX-5, we do have our all-season floor mats that say CX-5 underneath here. We do have some more storage, tools jack, and a spare, so thank you, Mazda, for the spare. We do have some extra cubbies on either side for some extra storage. We have a 12-volt in the back right there, so that's a good deal. And we can drop the back row from back here, which I like even more. We just have to pull this forward, down they go really quick. Just push this forward, down it goes, and now you can lock them in. This one didn't lock in, but it is brand new. Probably hasn't been down before. And now, with the rear seats down and you don't have a pesky tonneau cover to deal with in this one right now, we're looking at 58.1 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of CX-5. Window sticker, here we go. My apologies for this cloudy day. We got some tint on the back, but here are the fuel economy estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Mazda in Hiroshima, Japan. Engine transmission made in Japan. Standard equipment left and right. Options right there. Total vehicle MSRP $33,040. Take this baby up for a spin. All right, folks, so we are out on the road in this 25 Mazda CX-5S Preferred. And for those who don't know Abington, and this is actually only my second time in Abington, it is a very built-up suburb just northwest of the city of Philadelphia. There's not a lot of open roads around here like we see when we're in Devon. It's a lot of heavy roads, a lot of stop signs, a lot of stop lights. So I'm going to do my best to kind of give you a drive. Right now we're at the Willow Grove Park Mall, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get to the review. Right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass, including the rear view mirror. Nice large side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that action in here for safety. LED headlights up front, LED tail lights in the back for safety as well. So they got you covered there as far as that stuff goes. The seats are leather, very comfortable. They feel nice. The bolstering a bit firm, but it still feels pretty good. And we got the sunroof, we got the leather seats, we got dual power for the driver, front passenger, right? Heated seats, dual climate. You're gonna have to wire up your CarPlay, Android Auto from what I can tell. The engine shifts fine, it shifts well. Now this does not have the turbocharged engine in it. You can get the turbocharged engine in this CX-5. If you move up in trim levels to the carbon turbo, I think. But look at this, 18-foot turning radius, just zips right around and down the road you go. So a nice tight turning radius, but you can get a lot more horsepower by going with this particular engine turbocharged. That bumps it from 187 and 186 on the power numbers to 227 and 310, something like that. I'm not exact on those figures, but it is a major power bump if you want to go with the turbo engine on this vehicle. It's really up to you and how you want to handle things with your purchase, because you're going to pay more money. But you know what? At 33 grand, this is bringing some nice stuff. You got leather seats, you got dual power, you got dual climate, you got a sunroof if you like that kind of action, right? You got enough room for people to sit in the rear comfortably. You got connectivity via USB-C up front, USB-A in the back. You got enough room to haul stuff around. So you really do have a good amount of stuff in here. And the 6-speed automatic shifts very, very smoothly. Very smoothly. And I can see why this is the #1 selling Mazda of all time. This version, of the CX-5 has been out now, I want to say since 2017, 2018. And they haven't redesigned it in a long time. Why? Because it's still their #1 seller. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they're going to be moving in with a major redesign for CX-5 in 2026 model year. And we'll see what they do. Because Toyota is going to do a redesign on the RAV4 for 26 for the first time in a long time. So we'll have to see how this pans out and what Mazda decides to do with CX-5. Because when you got your best-selling vehicle, you certainly don't want to screw up the redesign. So we'll have to see how it turns out. But you let me know if you're in the market for a CX-5. Is this S preferred trim at 33 grand the way you would rock and roll down the road? Or are you going to go somewhere else to another trim? Maybe you want the turbo action, you're willing to spend more, or you maybe drop down to the base trim to save some more money. You let me know. Or are you going to go somewhere else with that hard-earned money? You let me know. Put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Fred Beans Mazda here in Abington, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this brand new Mazda CX-5 S Preferred all-wheel drive for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.